So how does all this relative key stuff help us build minor scales? Well, as it turns out, it makes it pretty easy. We've got the scale of C major here. We said that the relative minor is A minor. Now, remember, the reason they're relatives is because they share the same key signature. The key of C major has no sharps or flats. That means the key of A minor also has no sharps or flats. Therefore, since the scale of C major has no sharps or flats, neither will the scale of A minor. So to make an A minor scale, you simply start on A and write the exact same notes from A all the way up to A. Okay. They're the exact same notes, so what makes them different? The difference is that by starting on this note, you come up with an entirely different pattern of whole steps and half steps. Remember, with a major scale, the pattern is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. You should have that memorized by now. Well, let's take a look at this minor scale. From A to B is a whole step, B to C is a half step, so everything's already messed up. C to D is a whole step, D to E is a whole step, E to F is half, F to G is whole, and G to A is whole. So it's a completely different pattern, and because of that, you get a completely different sound. Here's our friendly major scale. Now, let's hear what the A minor sounds like. Very different. Minor scales generally have a much darker quality to them. We usually say that major is happy and minor is sad. Let's do a few more examples. If you start with the key of G major, we know that the scale of G major has one sharp. Okay? Well, what is the relative minor? It's E. So in this case, we know that the major scale, the G major scale, has one sharp. That means that the E minor scale is also going to have one sharp, F sharp. So we start on E. This time we write F sharp. G, A, B, C, D, E. Okay? One sharp in G major, there's also one sharp in E minor. Okay? Same thing with flats. We start with F major. We said that the relative minor is D minor. Okay? So, the key of F major has one flat, B flat, in it. The key of D minor will also have a B flat. So in this case, we start on D, E, F, G, A. When you get to B flat, you make sure you write a flat, not B natural, C and D. And we have a D minor scale. Now, the type of scale that we're building right now is called the natural minor scale. And as it turns out, there are actually two more forms of the minor scale. We're going to talk about those a little bit in the next lesson. For right now, do some practice with these natural minor scales, and I'll see you in just a second.